when I got to number one with Keller Williams, they would say, "What is it? I really don't want to leave this planet, without living exactly as I was intended to live."
Welcome to the 200% Life podcast. I'm excited today. We're going to drop fire. We're going to drop the golden nuggets. I'm going to get right into it because I'm very fortunate today to have an amazing guy. Met about a week ago, right?
Week and 2 days ago. I met you on Wednesday.
Check that out. So It's been a week. It's been an eventful week, actually. We're going to talk about, the reason how we met and et cetera in a minute. But I want to introduce to you guys somebody that has become very, very special to us in a very short period of time. And his story is amazing. Started in the real estate business long time ago.
1997. 23-year-old kid.
23-year-old kid. Got to be number one Keller Williams agent worldwide. I'm not talking about United States. Worldwide. 2 years in a row. Author, coach, motivational speaker. And I'm glad to call my friend today. But let's welcome to the show, Chad Goldwasser. So let's get started, man. I want to just get these nuggets and everything to all these listeners watching us all over across the platforms.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of power, I think, in knowledge and in a journey. And your journey has been amazing. I mean, we've talked a little bit about it. We've been in the industry 17 years, 1996. So what was that?
27 years.
27 years. So
yeah.
You're 10 years before. And not only we're talking about real estate, but I just want to talk about Chad. Chad. Number one thing, the first thing that I noticed the first time I met you was the energy. Your energy, electrifying energy. And believe it or not, like I find a lot of people tell me, Jeremy, you're so energetic, and I could barely find people with the same type of energy. So I want to know what charges Chad every single morning. And you wake up, you just told me at 3:30 in the morning, right?
3:30 or 4 a.m., no later than 4. But
what energizes you? Talk to me.
I will be straightforward, honest with you. I spent a lot of my life, 50 years. I'm 50 years old. But when I was a kid and I was 23 and I got into real estate, I love serving people. I had been a bartender and I worked in restaurants, and I saw if the drinks were full, the ashtrays were clean, because back in my days you could have ashtrays. The food was on time. The music was right. The positivity was there. That people had a great time, and they would come back and they'd bring their friends. So I got off on serving people at the highest level. And when I got into real estate, I remember sitting on the hood of my car and two of my clients saying, "Gosh, Chad, we're so sorry that we haven't found a house yet." And I said, "I don't care."
Yeah.
I said, "I just want you to have the best experience."
Beautiful.
And they, they're still my friends today. And I love serving people. But I'll tell you, and I'm not going to apologize this. I don't care if I offend any listener. I don't care if I, offend anyone. The Spirit of God right now, like, I feel Him in my heart.
Beautiful.
He is softening my heart. 10 years ago, if I was here, it would be, but that scares people. And I told my daughter last week, I said, if people could feel the joy and the excitement and the energy that truly is within me, it would scare them. And so I have had to learn to mellow it out, because that way I'll be able to impact the world in a more positive way, because I'll be able to bring more people together, because they will see themselves in that, like they won't see this.
No, I get it. No, so it's the power of actually giving, the power of service is very important.
Service, God, but also it's my mindset. I have driven thoughts into my unconscious mind since I was 23 years old. I got a book. It was called 30 Days to Success as a Buyer's Agent in Real Estate.
Yes.
And in that book, I had to go through 25 affirmations 4 times. I had to read them out loud. I had to write in a notebook 25 times every single day for 30 days. I will enjoy success through selling 4 homes per month. I had to visualize myself receiving checks. And I didn't know why I was doing it, but I sold my first house in July of 97. I quit my job and I got passionate and I never stopped those things. And the next year, as a 25-year-old kid, I was able to sell 67 homes.
Wow. In 1 year.
As a buyer's agent. I was a buyer's agent. But
buyer's agent, which is very different. Listing agent, buyer's agent, yeah.
For another agent that was providing me the leads. But I did not care.
Right.
Because I loved it so much and I wanted to be successful. And, I brought them with me today because I thought this would come up. But still today.
The affirmations.
Every day. I tell when I teach and I train, I tell people it's not on Mondays.
Every day.
It's not when I go on vacation. It's every day. I drive positive thoughts about who I am and what I can become, because people walk around this life with a lot of fear and a lot of doubt and a lot of worry and anxiety. And if we can believe in ourselves in a way that inspires other people to believe in themselves, that's a good thing. And I have a morning mindset workout that I go through every day.
3:34 in the morning, that's the mindset affirmations. And it's very powerful, and we kind of share the same thing. It's literally you are selling yourself every single day the purpose and the motivation that you have. And it's the truth, because if you don't have that mindset, the confidence is not going to go anywhere. So I believe that 200%. Yeah. So it's a beautiful, beautiful 200%. That's it.
200%.
Let's go. And as always in our show, this is the first time on our show, right? We do have also great collaborations here with our producers and sound engineer. How's it going? H.A., Hector, Elvis, and also Lele. She's on. How you doing?
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Let's go.
How's it going? We all, me, Lele, and Gia met Chad all together. At the same time.
I remember I was sitting on the one side of the table. Lele was sitting on the other side of the table.
Great.
And we started talking about pop media and me coming to do my own, and I was drawn into your whole aura, you weren't there. But it just, I have been in a period that has been a lull in my life, and you guys have re-energized. And LPT, the new real estate company that I'm helping build with you,
we'll talk about
has re-energized me. Like, this is a Chad that I haven't seen. This is a Chad that used to be like this, but a new, improved, more focused, more loving, more kind, more energized version of myself than I've ever been. And I thank you, because when I saw you on stage bringing your 130 person organization, it inspired me.
It's beautiful.
Honestly.
No. And believe it or not, that was a ceiling moment. And just for everyone who's catching up, G World Properties just literally merged and was technically acquired by a bigger company now. It's called LPT Realty, brand new. I hope our friend and CEO Robert Palmer is watching. And that was what brought us together a week ago in St. Petersburg at the first annual convention. But that day was the seal of the deal to understand that this was the right decision. And part of that was having great relationships that we just created, including yours, Chad. And you're based out of Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Austin, Texas.
Live music capital of the world.
Let's go.
Music is my life.
You're in a concert every week, I think you said, right?
Oh, every day if I can be.
So Austin, Texas, that's where you've been so Keller Williams area, that was all Austin, Texas?
Yes, grew up in Minnesota, followed a girl down to Austin when I was 21, bought a home when I was 22, and decided I was going to start investing in real estate, got my real estate license when I was 23, started selling real estate, and that was 27 years ago. I've dedicated my life to it. I love it.
Prices in 1996 for homes in Austin, Texas.
$82,000 I paid for my first home. And now that same home will sell for $1 million.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's the
I
power.
wish I still owned it.
Yeah, that's the power of real estate. Whoever's listening, now we're just talking about real estate, but power of real estate at $82,000 now selling for $1 million in Austin, Texas.
If you need to buy or sell a home in Austin, Texas, give me a call.
Chad Goldwasser. Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely make it happen. So Austin, Texas, 23 years old. Time goes into 2000s. You're building up your business. Still with KW?
Yeah.
KW?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
No.
No.
I started with a company called Prudential Owens Realty. I was knocking on doors by myself. I meet James Willoughby.
Yes.
James has asked me to come work as his buyer's agent. He's the #1 agent in Austin. He gives me the book 30 Days to Success as a buyer's agent and changes my life forever. And I stay with RE/MAX for 7 years. I leave him and start my own team. 2004, I go to an event in Atlanta. I meet Mary Tennant and Mark Willis, CEO and one of the founders of Keller Williams.
Nice.
2 months later, I joined their company. I hired a coach, and they revolutionized my business, and it was one of the best moves I ever made. Gary Keller is one of my greatest mentors. But anyways, then I was with Keller Williams for 4 years, left and launched my own company to develop, in my opinion, what was going to be the next Keller Williams, and I wanted to become the next Tony Robbins, John Maxwell,
Right.
leader, speaker, teacher, and build this real estate company alongside of that.
Wow.
And then shit hit the fan.
2008.
No.
No. Different shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So going back to the Keller Williams times, right? You're #1 worldwide.
Yeah.
So a lot of young listeners come to our, listen to our podcast, young hustlers, early 20s, mid 20s.
Yeah.
So I want to get in the mind of Chad. What did it take? And obviously you're just driven, I think, as all of us here in this room.
Yeah.
But the energy just feels it, right? What did it take and what sacrifices did it take? We talked a little bit about this. What did it take and what did you have to give up to be #1?
Yeah. That's a great question. Sacrifice.
Yes.
I sacrificed partying on the weekends with my friends when they were at my house in my pool.
Oh.
I was out doing open houses.
And they were in your pool.
I sacrificed sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day to go through my mindset exercises, to go run and take care of my body so that I was healthy. And then I would go read, and then I would go write, and then I would be at the office by 8 o'clock, and I would shower, and I'd be at my desk by 8:30, and I'd make calls. And if I had to work till 8 p.m. at night, sometimes I would come home, and I used to brag about this. I don't anymore, but I remember one night I had 5 listing appointments on a Thursday, and so I went home at 8 o'clock. I had dinner with my kids and my wife. I grabbed my sleeping bag. I went back to the office. I worked until 1 a.m., and I got in my sleeping bag in front of my desk, and I slept there and woke up at 5 a.m. and did it over again. And, I told my son this the other week, like, I never wanted to be good. Mm-hmm. I never wanted to be great. I wanted to be legendary. I wanted to be the best there ever was.
Yeah.
And so I dug into everything about how to be a great salesperson, how to motivate and lead others. Mm-hmm. And I just did the work.
Yeah.
And so I sacrificed things that a lot of people would seem to feel were important.
Yeah.
But what was important to me was
legendary.
Being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And showing my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I had a why, and one of my biggest whys was I want my family to be proud of who I am,
That's a beautiful thing. And it's hard to understand unless you actually go through it because, we're sharing the same thing. Sometimes we leave here at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. People ask us, why are you doing that way? I mean, you should be home. You should be out. And then, our kids, obviously, we have 2 kids and we do this every day.
Yeah.
And what it takes to actually become legendary, and become an epic person, not just good, not just okay, not just great or just getting by. It takes a lot. And the thing is that a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
And they will never will. It's like, I do want to have my weekends and I do want to have my nights off. I want to watch Netflix for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
I want to do things.
It's funny. People always, agents will always come to me. I remember this kid came to me one time and he said, I'm going to beat your record. 67 homes.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, be here at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And he said, 7 a.m.? He said, well, I usually work out at 7 till about 8:30 or so. Can I be here at 9? I said, sure. Plan on being here till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And he was like, I have my pool league with my friends. And he quit.
Yeah.
You know? People want things and they want success, and they're not willing to do what it takes, and they don't understand what it takes.
Yeah.
They see real estate and they think, oh, I sell 10 homes.
Yeah.
I sell 10 homes. I make 20 grand a home. That's 200 grand, you know?
Yeah.
They don't understand
What it takes.
What it takes to sell one home.
Yeah.
To be good, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, why it's important to me to be legendary is people are putting one of their biggest assets in my hand.
Amen.
And if I'm not the best at what I do, I'm going to lose them money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's why this business is important to me. That's why it's important to me to build a company of agents that care about people and care about their career, because this is most people's biggest asset.
Yep.
And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose them money.
Yeah.
And that's important to me.
That's beautiful. And you know what? I can read a lot, and like I tell all of our agents and our teams and anybody who I come across, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
This is probably, if somebody has purchased their first home, it's build equity, etc. Or somebody in this market now, prices right now are ridiculously high everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So, and I asked somebody, an agent, I told an agent, you're dealing with somebody. When was the last time that person spent $400,000 on anything, right? And they're like, oh, that makes sense. It's the truth. So you have to deal with care, diligence, confidentiality, everything that has to go with it. But it is a very important transaction. Yeah. But what people don't see in the back end of things is that how many times did you have to sell that seller or that buyer that house?
Yeah.
Or to sell their house? And how many times did they call you at 10:30 at night complaining or telling you that they're about to fall off, they want to cancel the deal, want to pull the plug?
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to sell these houses like 4 times before the closing date.
Well, and I think what's so important is, people ask me, well, when I got to number 1 with Keller Williams, they would say, what is it?
Yeah.
And I would tell them, massively positive energy and an incredible attitude.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no, seriously, what is it?
Like, can you give me
and I would tell them, I can teach you anything about real estate, but if you don't get that, you'll never reach your potential. But here's what I mean by attitude is, if someone is in a challenged state about the purchase of a property or they're scared, they need to be able to call you, and you need to be able to help them through and calm them down. Or if a transaction is challenging, I utilize what I call the 0.01% principle. And what that means is that if 99.9% of a deal is challenging, I get everyone focused on the 0.01% that is good, and we get deals done.
Yeah.
Because a lot of agents will kill deals when they shouldn't.
Absolutely. I've seen many deals get killed over the silliest things.
Yeah.
And it was all blown out of proportion because either deliverance, maybe the words weren't said correctly, or it wasn't communicated enough, or the timing was wrong. Yeah. They delivered the information at the wrong time. Either it was too soon or too late.
Yeah.
It wasn't just at the right time. So those are the things that, again, people just see, again, and the COVID times kind of, I'm not too big a fan of the drive-through real estate. That's what I call it. Thank God we're back to normal.
Yeah.
But the times where we were putting houses on the market, I'm sure it was the same in Texas. You put a house on the market, within hours, you had 17 offers. You didn't even have to do an open house. You didn't have to do anything, and it was like that.
Yeah.
Did that happen in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, Central Florida, same thing. And got a lot of people in the business that they said, oh, this is easy money, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to put a house on the market. I don't have to do an open house. I don't have to market. I just need to know people that need to sell houses, and it's there. And now those same agents come late, mid last year, are now rude awakening.
Yeah.
I have to work now. I have to door knock. I have to go do open houses. This is too much work. But it leaves the people that do want to do the work an open space for us to do it, or the ones like us who've been doing this for 17 years, a relief because now I say no. I love doing open house. I love doing door knocking, etc. But I guess what a lot of people don't see in the front end of things, the people that just see, he just made 20 grand on a house. I want to do that. Is the real hard work that it takes.
Yeah.
It's
like a rocket ship, right? it's like a rocket ship. You like you put in the effort.
Yeah.
Like in June of 2009, I had this big month. I closed 22 deals, right?
Huge.
Big month.
Yeah.
And people are like, how do you do that? And I said, I started in December with calling all of my clients. Like every day I was calling. Open houses every weekend. Lead generation every day. Gary Keller told me, wake up every day, Chad, and think about lead generation. And I just, that's how you close 20. And then you don't let deals die.
Yeah.
That's how you close 22 deals in a month.
Yeah.
And it's not all about the money, but, making a couple $100,000 in a month.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You meet great people.
Yeah.
In any business, not just real estate, any business, but especially in real estate, you meet great people.
Yeah.
Great communications. And some of these, correct me if I'm wrong, some of those clients have become your friends over the years. Tons, right?
Dude. I tell
Same here.
I tell every agent that comes to work for me, I tell them this. This is my goal with every client. At the end of the transaction, I want them to be sad. I want them to be sad that they don't have Chad in their life every day.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that creates a bond. They will always come back to me.
Yeah.
They will bring their friends. And it just, that, I want to bring that energy. My mission in life is to make a positive impact on the lives of everyone I touch each day.
It's beautiful.
And I can do that in so many ways with so many people, and I want to do that with my clients. Yeah. And so, anyway.
No, but that's awesome. I mean, it is one transaction, but that one person has a network of people. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of business owners and real estate, whatever, some of them don't see that. It's just like, it's not just that one transaction. Don't focus about that one deal, that one transaction. It's that relationship that's going to move forward to then give you probably 10, 15, 20 more transactions. And not only are you going to have a relationship, maybe a new friend along the way, and introduce you to their network.
Yeah.
And that's when the magic happens, I think.
Yeah. I was speaking yesterday at an event that we put on here. And I said to the agents, I said, you need to become a shameless self-promoter. And I said, I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah, of course.
I believe I am the best agent on the planet. That is not arrogance. That's my belief in my heart. I just feel like
systems.
And if someone doesn't know I'm in real estate and they list their home or they work with another agent to buy a home, I feel that financially they could get hurt.
Yeah.
So it's my job to let people know I'm in the real estate business.
Yeah,
and so everybody I meet, everybody I talk to, by the end of the conversation, they know two things. They know I'm in real estate, and they know I'm probably pretty good at it.
Love it. That's the way it goes.
And it's funny. I every conversation I end, I always say, "Who do you know looking to buy or sell real estate today?"
Plant referral seeds.
And people laugh about it, But I was leaving a poker game about 18 years ago with some buddies of mine, and I was walking out the door, and this guy goes, "Goldwasser." He goes, "Didn't you forget something?" And I was like, if you hear of anyone looking to buy or sell real estate, give me a call. I want.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
I've been doing it 27 years.
Yeah.
I'm more passionate about it now than I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And it's fun. You ask me what time I go to bed, what time I wake up. I don't like to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
And there's people, I don't know. And again, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
If I need to do, mind doesn't stop. There's sometimes you lay down and the mind keeps on going. I have to get back up, get on the computer, finish it out, because I have to finish my thought and I have things going on. And that's very, people say, oh, you got to get your sleep. I have people that say I have to get my 8 hours of sleep, and there's not a problem with that.
Yeah.
But most business owners, entrepreneurs don't get that.
People are different.
Every people's different. Yeah, every person's different. How many hours do you get to sleep? Hold on a second. How many hours do you get to sleep?
I mean, this week I got like 5 in 2 days.
Right.
AJ.
I don't know, like 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Yeah. And some people can't do that. It's crazy.
Can we talk to Gia?
Gia's behind the scenes. You know,
Gia, how many hours you get to sleep?
Yeah, my wife doesn't. Yeah,
sleep.
Yeah, my wife does. My wife, Gia, she's backstage, but she doesn't. She doesn't forgive. Like, she needs to have her sleep. I could be like going all over the place with my computer, my AirPods on.
You know what happened to me?
She has to sleep.
Last week at the LPT event.
Yeah.
I went to bed at 11 o'clock on Wednesday night. It was after I met you.
Yeah.
And I woke up at 1:07 to go potty because I'm 50. And you go potty a lot when you get older. And I woke up and I was just like, I think I'm done sleeping. And but there's so much excitement right now.
Yeah.
It's like, and then, then here's the funny part. That afternoon, I was at lunch, and I was like, I think I'm starting to crash a little bit. So I was like, guys, I got to go. And I started driving back to my hotel room, but my phone was not working. The plug in the car that I had wasn't working, and so I didn't, and my phone died, and so I just pulled over to the side of the road, and I slept for an hour.
You actually told me.
I told you that.
I just slept for an hour.
But then I was good.
Yeah.
You know?
And the natural. So I call my natural Red Bull is obviously motivation and passion for it is. And I do the exact same thing, by the way.
Yeah.
First things I do when I wake up, obviously say my prayer, read my verse.
Yeah.
And then, yes, the same thing, affirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to declare victory today, abundance. We're going to get, I say to myself, I got to meet 5 new people a day.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed 5 new people that are going to bring me to the next step to my career, everything else, right? But that naturally fires me up. And it could be, I've gotten 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, or sometimes in some cases, I did 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And through all that, my wife is sleeping through the 8 hours.
Yeah.
So it could be a hurricane going on and she doesn't wake up. And, but that is, again, might not be the healthiest thing. We're probably going to get comments here. You guys are not being healthy.
Yeah.
This and that. The comments are going to
Live
come.
your own life.
Live your own life. But again, entrepreneurs, Elon says it all the time, Bill, oh my goodness, the Microsoft guy.
Bill Gates?
There you go.
Yeah.
Bill Gates. I was going to say something else. Bill Gates, same thing. He used to fall asleep on his keyboard as he was programming. It is whatever works for you, right?
Yes.
It's whatever works for you, whatever your body can handle.
Yeah.
We're probably a rare breed, like many entrepreneurs are there, that our body can handle. If I need to go on 2 hours of sleep, there's been times I have to do a presentation. I got to get on stage. I got to do whatever I need to do. And until it's not done, I do not go to sleep. And it could be 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and the presentation's at 9, and it's okay. I'll figure it out. And I don't take Red Bull. I don't do Red Bull. I don't need those energy drinks. It's just natural to me.
Yeah.
It's just that motivation.
Yeah.
That goes in there. Yeah, I have to.
Gia.
There we go. Now,
Gia.
how important, Chad, is discipline when you're trying to reach success?
Discipline is everything.
Everything, right?
Discipline is everything. Like I said, I don't miss a day.
Right.
I am militant with my time. I focus my energy on the things that matter the most, and I get those things done. And we can accomplish more, before 10 a.m. than
absolutely.
A lot of people have challenges accomplishing and getting things done.
Yeah.
If you focus your energy, you remind yourself. I created a 1-page business plan where I had my goal. I named it. I do it every year. And then I have what I do, SOI, open houses, prospecting, physical, mental, and I create goals based on those categories. I am calling, and I use them in the affirmative format. I am calling 20 SOI every week from 9 until 11 on Wednesdays. I am writing 10
Purpose.
personal notes per week. I am taking one person to coffee, and I schedule them, and then I'm militant, and I treat my prospecting time like $1 million cash buyer, because it is.
Yeah.
And when you are closing the most deals is when you put the gas down to the floor as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Most people are like, "Oh, I just closed 5 deals. I'm going to take a
Vacation.
week off." I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
That
when
is
I
the
dig
best
in.
time. That is the best time. I always say the best time to get a deal is right after you just close one.
Yeah.
Don't take the foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
Right? Your motivation is up. Your confidence is up. Your just your levels of like success in your mind and mindset is there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people waste that, and they're like, again, I'm gonna take 3 days off and take a vacation off. No, that's actually the time where you actually need to put more action, massive action, etc. Now, discipline is very important. Time management.
Time management.
Very
yeah.
important. Time management is important.
My buddy Blair Wagner, shout out Blair.
We'll tag him.
Blair handles my life, man. And
Blair, I got his number. Yeah, I got his number.
People call me and I'm like, yeah, call Blair, because Blair has my schedule, and I allow him to make sure to protect my time. And I even, I told him, I need you driving the car. I can't drive because I need to be making phone calls.
Yeah.
I need to be being productive.
Yes.
And so, driving the car,
It's
it's
unproductive.
dangerous.
It is dangerous, and I'm glad you said that. We've had this conversation actually.
Leticia, do you text and drive?
If I text and drive?
Yeah. Do you text
No,
and drive?
no.
No?
Not
Okay.
at all.
It's just dangerous.
AJ?
It's dangerous.
I use the voice.
Voice.
Yeah,
but
Siri,
it is
Siri.
What kind of a car do you drive, HA? Do you got something fun or?
What kind of a car?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
SUV.
SUV, yeah,
Yeah.
nice, good.
Yeah.
I drive a crappy old BMW.
There he goes. BMW. Hey,
All
good
right.
stuff. But it is important too, right? I'm actually considering myself to get somebody to get me to drive some places because.
Have you ever heard of a gentleman? There was a gentleman earlier on in my career out of Philadelphia, and he was a condo master. And he not only had a driver, he had another guy in the back of his car that would get someone on hold and be like, Joe is, this is Joe's assistant. Joe is on the other line, but he wants to talk to you. Give me like 30 seconds. And he would get off the one call and he would take the other call.
It's
Like,
the power
this is
of,
the thinking.
yeah. This
This is the thinking of people that are innovative and creative and
Yeah.
that understand the power of their time.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't understand that, and so they waste a lot of it. And that's fine.
Yeah.
That is totally fine. Live your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah, I see it the same way though.
Yeah.
I see it the same way. The more time spent in production and less on things that like driving,
Yeah.
driving, stuff like that, it is insane. And even lunches sometimes, we've come to the point where we're understanding that even if a lunch is not being productive on a weekday or any time you're being productive, I don't think it should be done.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, go.
This is a really dumb thought, and it's kind of crude.
Uh-huh.
But I once told my friend, I said, I don't want to have to flush the toilet. I want to be so productive that someone will flush the toilet.
I love it. Yeah.
Gia, you're hired.
And the stuff, and the funny thing about this whole conversation is, it sounds like it could sound like we're super arrogant or we're like we're like being like stuck up. But the thing is that yes, I want to be as much productive as I can in every single minute of the 24 hours, minus the 4 or 5 that I get to sleep, as I can, and that's what is gonna make the magic happen. And a lot of people that get drivers and they get people and assistants. It's not because we're stuck up and we say we want people to do stuff for us. It's because we want to spend time with the power moves and the power, things that we need to do to make things work.
It's not arrogance.
Yeah. It's not.
God, in my head, God created me for a reason. And if I can spend more time on that reason and
Absolutely.
that purpose, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because positively impacting millions of people worldwide is accomplishable by
Yeah.
people that think on a different level and that truly value their time. And I really don't want to leave this planet, without living exactly as I was intended to live, and not by me,
Amazing. Good stuff. There's a purpose, us entrepreneurs, business owners, purpose for us to be able to fulfill. And like every single day, and I believe you, and I've talked to many people, I'm sure you share the same thought, is we want to change as many lives as possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the purpose of life. And when you get to that point where you're changing people's lives, it's incredible. I mean, it's an incredible feeling. How can I bring something to this individuals in front of me or on the phone that's going to be something that's going to be of value to them? Not talking about sales, value and change his life. Because I always even tell them, I say, regardless of you business with me or not, I want to give you something valuable today in this phone call or in this meeting that we're having. If I can achieve that, then I've done my job today.
Yeah.
And the money will follow. That's the thing. The money will follow.
Yeah.
So I'm in my 40s now, 41 years old. You mentioned you're in your 50s.
Kid.
You mentioned you're 50.
Yeah.
In 1996, when you started a real estate career, I was, let me see.
10?
No. I was 1982. So 10, 4, 14?
Yeah.
14?
That's
Is that
wild.
right? 14?
Yeah.
96?
95.
No, but how
She was
was
born
you?
in
Oh, I was
95.
born
One.
in
You were
95.
one.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
gosh.
He was 2.
I'm the old man here. I was born in
No.
1972.
No, it's all good. It's all good. My brother Yuri's 70.
Listen.
So yeah.
I feel like, I tell people, I feel like my life's just beginning right now.
Absolutely.
I'm doing right now what I've always dreamed about doing. I learned about changing my unconscious mind and planting seeds of creativity and greatness in there when I was a kid. And everything I've ever planted in there is starting to come to fruition. And it's bizarre.
Yeah.
And it's surreal. But that's what's fueling me right now. That's why you're seeing me at 9 a.m. at Universal Studios. Before that, I was running at, one. And I'm not telling you this to be like, look at me.
Yeah.
It's being fueled by purpose.
Yeah.
It's being fueled by a source that's greater than me in a way that I've never felt before.
That's amazing.
And I'm just thankful, So.
Yeah. This is an amazing thing. Amazing feeling. Yeah. I think that for the listeners out there, the viewers, whoever needs to hear this, because some people are stuck and the real true passion that you find in your life is doing something that you love.
Yeah.
Right? The worst jail you can be is doing something you don't like.
Yeah.
And you're stuck, right? So finding the passion is what brings us in there. But I'm the same way. I like to fill every second of the day, and sometimes Gia and my executive director and all of my admin staff say, you just committed to somebody, to something and somebody, and you have something like an hour from now, right? And I was like, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out. And it's not because, I'm just trying to, be unresponsible about it, about my time. It's just like, I think that opportunity, whatever I just booked, is important, and I'll still make the other one. I'll figure it out, later and make things happen.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, wrapping this up, talking about our collaboration now,
Yeah.
I would make some amazing announcements because you're on the show now.
Yeah.
And, number one is, we came together through LPT Realty. We're going to tag them on all this, which is the next movement that's coming up, and I think it's going to be crazy how the growth of this company is going to be, 0 to about 3,200 agents in 1 year.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever done in the history of the United States
Fastest
as a
growing
brokerage.
real estate company ever.
Ever. So, that's how we came together. We're going to grow this together. And, Austin, Texas, Florida, we're going to make this thing happen now.
Yeah.
And officially today, I do want to announce that Mr. Chad is gonna have his own podcast and gonna be part of the Pod Media Lab Lab family.
Boom.
And it's coming out here very, very shortly.
Yeah.
Our amazing producers are gonna be taking care of this.
Fun.
It's gonna be totally amazing, and we cannot wait to see your journey with that. You're gonna blow up on social media. Obviously, you got a following, and we're very, very happy that you're coming on board.
Yeah,
this
me
amazing
too.
Family.
Me too.
Yeah, you're part of our spring lineup.
I knew I knew it was the right move. You know,
Yeah.
I knew it when I met you, and I had some other people that were talking to me about doing the same thing, but I never had the confidence like I have in you guys to help me
Appreciate
to spread the message that I want to spread and to make an impact. So I'm thankful for you guys.
Yeah, and we're gonna go nationwide with this. Nationwide,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Even Hawaii, the little island on the side.
We're worldwide.
Worldwide.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Let's go.
Right person.
Officially, we want to say welcome to the Pod Media Live
Yeah.
family, and we are
Thank you.
so excited for this.
Thank you.
For this journey.
I'm excited to work with
start.
you guys. You
Absolutely.
guys are beautiful people.
Amazing. Well, Chad, it was great having you on the show. Obviously, catch us on all the platforms. We look forward to the growth together, collaborating in business. And I know we can definitely call you a special friend now. And and we're gonna move it forward. So where can they find you online? Everywhere.
Instagram, Chad Goldwasser. Look me up there. Facebook. I'm full. You guys are gonna have to teach me how to do like a fan page thing.
Oh, we'll make it happen. We'll
and the best way to reach me is call me at 512-750-8333. I answer my phone all the time. I love to help people, and if I don't get back to you immediately, I'll get back to you quickly. And if you ever need to buy or sell real estate in Austin, Texas,
there you go.
Or really anywhere now, we're going to spread this around the country and around the world. And I'm going to Jerusalem on Tuesday with my daughter, and I'm so excited about it. But a guy that is one of the coaches for the coaching company that I just rehired to help me get back to 500 to 1,000 deals is he said last night, do you want me to set you up with Remax in Tel Aviv? And I was like, yeah,
absolutely.
Like, why not start building connections now?
Yeah.
For us to expand globally with this company, because the concept is so good.
Yeah.
And just having a connection with you.
Yeah.
And this collaboration is really cool.
I love it.
And I've had so much fun in Orlando, and that's it.
That's it. I love it. Ciao, Goldwasser, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us again for the 200% Life podcast. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.